Good day, everyone. How are you all doing? Hope everyone is doing absolutely fantastic, feeling groovy, realizing, of course, that the government really doesn't love you, and also realizing that pretty much everything you've been told since the day you were born is a lie. It's August the 22nd of 2025, 1:13 p.m. Mr. Buzz coming to you from the communist shithole known as Ontario, Canada. If you get anything out of this, all I ask is a thumbs up, and hopefully I will earn your subscription by the end of this video. So, the purpose of this channel is to educate people. Okay, I'm not monetized. I've never made a cent doing this in my life. Like from YouTube. YouTube's not paid me 1 red cent, I promise. The channel's not monetized, so that's for sure. Yes, donations have occurred a little bit here and there, but this is not why I do this. So the reason I do this every day is to educate people, because ignorance, in spite of what people think, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is a good way to become a sitting duck. Okay, that's what it is. Ignorance is not bliss. If you ignore everything going on, say, I don't need to know about that, I'm just going to go and live my life. Well, that's fine. But there's a whole lot of stuff going on in this world, and you need to know about it if you want to keep yourself from being a sitting duck. Okay, that's one thing I'm really terrified of, is ignorance of things that are a threat to me, things that are a threat to my cats, to this house, whatever. I need to know what's going on out in that world and what I need to be aware of, right? What could possibly come in a threatening manner towards me. So in the last one, I talked about Havana syndrome and microwave weapons, directed energy weapons. Well, here's a new one for you probably. You've probably never heard of this. I'm going to talk about Backscatter Vans, a ZBV. So what these are is literally vans that drive around and can see through the walls of your house, can see inside your car, can see inside your shed, can see inside anything. It is X-ray technology for surveillance, okay? It is totally surveillance technology. And I'm going to read to you what the AI overview on Google says, but always take this with a grain of salt, because this is Google, and Google is evil, and they're not trying to give you the full story ever, okay? So there's always a reasonable purpose for these devices and this technology that everybody would agree with. But then there's also another one that they're doing behind your back that no one would agree with, and they're doing it anyway, but they just don't tell you. So a Backscatter Van, a ZBV, is a mobile X-ray system built into a van that uses backscatter technology to detect contraband and threats in vehicles. Well, who would argue with that? Contraband and threats in vehicles keeps the police safe, which I'm sure it does. It's designed for rapid screening at locations like border crossings, checkpoints, and ports. The system's ability to create photo-like images of the scanned object helps identify explosives, weapons, and other hidden items. Well, doesn't that just sound like a real practical, sweet device? Sounds great, doesn't it? Well, here's the problem. They've been caught parked outside people's houses, surveilling people inside their houses without their knowledge or permission or anything. There's a channel it's now called Hustle. It used to be called HustleBitch. YouTube, of course, made them take bitch off of it, because we're all supposed to be like 3-year-old children, and we're not allowed to hear certain words, and we have to be censored every 5 minutes of the day. So this channel, Hustle, it's called now, he did a big expose on this over the last few weeks. They have caught these backscatter vans parking outside all kinds of people's houses and surveilling them in their own homes while they're sitting in their living rooms. They can watch everything you're doing. They can totally watch everything you're doing. Goes right through your walls. It's X-ray technology. So here's the thing, folks. We are now past this period where everyone says, oh, that sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. Does everybody realize where technology is now? We've got unbelievable technology. We've got crazy stuff out there. And most of it they haven't even told us about. We find out about it here and there. It's drip-fed to us. By the time we find out the whole story about something, it's been around 50 years, 100 years. Okay, so this backscatter technology, who knows how old it is, but it's just being drip-fed to the public now, being dressed up in nice clothes, of course, because, well, it's just to keep the police safe, and it's just to find explosives and to save lives and blah, blah. No. It's to surveil people. It's to surveil people. They got to dress it up in nice clothes. They always do, right? And that's what they did here too. Watch anything from HustleBitch about this in the last couple of weeks. He's mentioned it in 3 or 4 different videos. So go and check those out. Really, really frightening technology for privacy. Okay, this ends privacy completely. How are you going to have any privacy when they can sit in a van outside your house and watch everything you do? If you're sitting in your drawers, they're going to be sitting there watching you sit in your drawers. When it's really hot, I do that sometimes. I live alone. Why shouldn't I be able to? I shouldn't have to worry about somebody sitting outside watching me. That's unbelievable. I've got blinds on my windows. My door's closed. Nobody should be able to see in here. Yet those invasive, arrogant people can see everything they want. They could watch me go to the bathroom. They could watch me in the shower. And they probably are doing that to people. There's probably some of them driving around like, man, there's a real hot girl lives there. Let's park here for a while and watch her shower when she gets out of bed in the morning. I wouldn't doubt they're doing that. The CIA had a history of actually surveilling people having sex. That is really well documented. There's perverts in the surveillance field. Okay, there's lots of perverts. You give them surveillance technology, and man, it is unbelievable what they're going to do with it. They're going to be watching people when they're naked in their homes. That's how sick and demented these people are. So I just thought I'd make this video to give you a heads up. There's technology that goes right through your walls. Somebody just said in a comment on my last video, why do you think they got rid of lead paint? It's because lead paint on your walls blocked a lot of this technology. That makes totally logical sense. And also, there's now a company you can hire, and they will come in your home, and there's this, I don't know if it's like a foil or what it is, but it's this stuff that goes on your walls to keep out EMF rays, I believe. Basically, whatever it was, they started it because of 5G, because 5G is horrific. That 5G is really horrific. That's a weapon. That's the active denial system, is what that actually is. And if you put this stuff on your walls, you can totally block out the effects of 5G. That's why these guys started this company. I watched a long video about it. It was pretty interesting. They actually also go around and check out where your radiation issues are. Like your cordless phone gives off radiation. Your microwave is apparently the worst thing there could possibly be. They describe those as nothing but boat anchors. Do not ever use one in your home. They are giving you cancer. That's all microwave ovens are good for. But all your stuff in your house, your devices, they'll go around and they'll let you know if you're safe in that house or not. And most people, they said, are not. Most people are on their way to having cancer because of all these radiation giving off devices. Plus, you got your smart meter on the outside of your house. Mine is on that corner back there that you see. And my bed was too close to it. I had to move my bed after I watched that video. It's the first thing I did. It's like, man, my head was probably about 7 feet away from the smart meter when I was sleeping. They said that will kill you. That will literally kill you. So this is all real, guys. It's not. We should be past the point where we're saying, "Oh man, that's paranoia and you're crazy and it's science fiction." And the technology exists now everywhere. This stuff is real. Backscatter vans are not even a secret. Okay, they're not as heinous as the death vans going around in China. They have mobile death vans that go around, pull you out of your home, put you in the back of the van, and execute you right there. And then your organs are harvested, and you disappear, you're cremated, whatever. Oh yeah, that's real too. China is unbelievably evil and doing horrific things. They're big time into taking people's organs, because that's real big business. You get a lot of money for a heart or a liver, a lung, whatever. Sick stuff. But if you see a van, they're usually white, and you see it parked in front of your house, and it's there for a long while, it's probably watching you. It's probably watching everybody in the neighborhood. They can watch everything you do, according to what I've learned about this. Backscatter. That's the technology. Check it out. If you think I'm crazy, check it out. It's all over the internet. It's not a secret anymore. So, just a little more education for everybody. They were waiting for all this technology to be perfected, to start really terrorizing the population, and now it is. Now it is. 5G is another thing that's really frightening, because that's actually the active denial system, is what that is. That's a military weapon. So, I will leave it there. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, please, if you got anything at all out of that video. I'll see you in the next one. Remember that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life.